Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I have an important editorial for you. After 47 days of farmers' protest, today the Chief Justice of India, the Supreme Court, put a hold on the farm law execution. They withheld the farm law execution and asked the center not to execute the farm law till further orders. Obviously, one would assume that the farmers would be very happy with this, but actually they were not. Let us understand why were the farmers not happy. Let's get right into the show. The Chief Justice of India today asked the central government to hold on to the farm law, the execution of farm law. He set up a committee. He set up this committee. This committee is supposed to between the farmers and the central government. That is what this committee is supposed to do and give a report to the Chief Justice of India and the Supreme Court. So this committee consisted of economist Ashok Gulati, Bhupender Mann, Pramod Joshi and Anil Ghanwat. This consisted of these four gentlemen. The farmers said, no, we don't want to talk to a committee. We don't want to talk to a committee because who is this committee? What do they stand for? Now, the court was obviously very upset. The Supreme Court was obviously very upset, and the Supreme Court said that we are looking to solve the problem. If you want to agitate indefinitely, you can. Every person who is genuinely interested in solving the problem is expected to go before the committee. The committee will not punish you or pass any orders. It will only submit a report to us. We are going to take an opinion of organizations. We are forming the committee so that we have a clear picture. This was said none other than the Chief Justice of India. Justice Bobde said this. I said, "ठीक है यार, you talk in front of the committee is not going to punish you or do anything, so why?" But the farmer said no. Farmer said no. We don't know who these committee members are. We don't know what this committee member stands for. And if you look at it from a farmer's perspective, they have a reason, possibly, to get a little uncomfortable talking to this committee. Now, let us understand who are the people in this committee. Mr. Ashok Gulati. Mr. Ashok Gulati is a former chairman of Commission of Agricultural Cost and Prices, CACP. He was in the advisory board of the Government of India on food supplies and pricing policies. He is an agricultural economist. So, he has been working very closely with the Government of India. Now, Mr. Ashok Gulati very recently had written an article in Indian Express. If you remember, I have mentioned about Mr. Ashok Gulati in my previous editorial earlier on. I mentioned about him. In his article, Mr. Ashok Gulati mentions why the farm bills are a step in the right direction. Further on, he goes to add that the protesting farmers are misguided and found them guilty of changing goalposts. Somewhere, I think he has already made up his mind, even before he hears the farmer. At least, that is what the farmers thought. Now, let's talk about this gentleman called Bhupender Mann. Bhupender Mann is the leader of Bharatiya Kisan Union under the banner of All India Kisan Coordination Committee, and he had met the Agricultural Minister, Mr. Narendra Tomar, and submitted that they welcome the farmers' reform with some amendments. He has already welcomed the farmers' reforms. He had met the minister. He said, "ठीक है, I do some amendments, but I'm okay with that." Again, how can he be part of the committee? He has already made up his mind. His views are very clear, even before he spoke to the farmer. Now let us go to the third person, Mr. Pramod Joshi. Mr. Pramod Joshi is a policy expert. In an opinion piece written for Financial Express along with Arbindra Padhi, he said it is regrettable that the farmers' agitation has not yet been resolved despite the centre's positive response on considering genuine demands. It is also unfortunate that the farmers are changing goalposts before every negotiation. Acha, here also, he also thinks that the farmers are changing negotiation, and he says the government has already considered all the genuine demands. So, Mr. Joshi feels that the other demands that the farmers are doing is not genuine. So, isn't he also formed his mind? He also has made up his mind. Bhupendra Maan has made up his mind. Ashok Gulati has made up his mind. Pramod Joshi has made up his mind. Let us talk about the fourth gentleman. The fourth gentleman is a Shetkari leader. He says that farm laws will allow farmers to become real owners of their produce. Barring the mandis, the present system did not present any other avenues to offload the produce. It is expected that as private sector gets into the picture, farmers will have more than one market to choose from. He has told this to Indian Express. So most of these are on Indian Express. So these people who are sitting in the committee, most of them have already made up their minds. They are not neutral minds, are they? They are not. They made up their minds. So the point is, somewhere down the line, that is why I presume the farmers are not very comfortable with the committee. Because a committee, I presume a farmer wants to have somebody who will listen to them and who will also listen to the government. And somebody who will work neutrally for the farmers and the government. By the look of it, these four people does not fall into their category. This is what their writings and this is whatever they expressed in the last 2-3 months says. And I guess that's where the farmers have a problem with. Okay, my next topic is short but very interesting. Now you are all aware of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana gives 6,000 rupees to marginalized farmers, poor farmers. How it gives 6,000 rupees? It gives 2,000 rupees in 3 equal installments. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 in a year. So 6,000 rupees in a year is given to marginalized farmer. This is a very popular scheme. Very popular scheme, very highly advertised scheme. It was used for a lot of elections and all of that. So it was a very popular scheme. Okay. Now, the story starts when a gentleman called Venkatesh Nayak of Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative filed an RTI. I am reading this report out of Financial Express. So this gentleman called Venkatesh Nayak of Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, he filed an RTI to Agricultural Ministry asking कि भाई ये पैसे किधर गए? How are you paying this money? And he found out that 1,364 crores were given to 20.48 lakh farmers who are not deserving this money, who did not deserve to get this 6,000 rupees at all. How much? 1,364 crores. The irony is that more than half, which is 55.58% of these undeserving persons belong to the income tax paying category. These people were paying income tax, so chances are they were not even farmers. 55.58. And remaining 44.41% were ineligible farmers category. Were in ineligible farmers category. It means they didn't fall into the category that was prescribed for this 6,000 rupees payment. Bulk of these farmers who were paid, this undeserving people who were paid, came from Punjab, Assam, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. So PM Kisan Yojana, which was very popularly advertised, popularly spoken about, popularly used in many elections as election campaigns, 20 lakh 48,000 farmers were undeserving. India lost 1,364 crores. Like that. Of course, the government is trying to retrieve the money back. If they retrieve it, good. If else, India and the taxpayer loses this money. As always, I would request you to subscribe to our channel. I would request you to share our content with as many people as possible. And I would request you to join our group, join our community, join our membership, YouTube membership if possible, because you joining our membership will help us financially. Till I see you next time, Namaskar.